Hey everybody, so today is the 2nd of April, 2026, and I've got a special video for everybody today. So I decided to use the scientific method to determine what the hell is going on with everything. And while I don't have it completely figured out to the point where I have that solution that is 100% working to the point where it's not radios over our heads, or a jammer that could get us in trouble with different shit, I've found a way to prove that this is occurring to the point where it's logical to an unbiased third party every single time. Because it's not just one thing or one reason why this is why it's happening like this. It's numerous different pieces of equipment, and this is the real scientific method that I utilized. So, starting from the top here. So, this is the title of my research. It's my independent analysis of the methods that I've used to detect EW, or electronic warfare. And I picked that way to describe it very carefully because that covers every single one of the things that falls into it. So being poisoned with nano, it's covered. That's electronic warfare. So getting into it right away. So this is the abstract, okay? So with the number of victims growing, the community seeks a way to detect and document this activity, referring to electronic warfare, or EW attacks. Here's the background. This study matters because there are hundreds of thousands of victims, and it goes all across the globe. So, and the testimonies amount to torture. The outcome of these programs, when it's all proven, is a clear detriment to all communities. Third, the equipment that I've used to prove this all. I've used Texan R9012 and R911 model radios. I've used a SDR and a RTL USB dongle made by Neuroweapon. Also it works in sound card mode. I've used a Safe and Sound Pro 2 meter. I've used a Pasco microwave receiver. I've used something that I invented myself called Detour for Electrons. And I've used a tiny SA spectrum analyzer. Additionally, I want to list in here that I had a building biologist come out who's independent, who had numerous different types of meters that are extremely high-end, ranging from $1,500 to $10,000 a piece. All the same activity was detected. The tones exactly were in sync with what I was hearing. And with those meters present, there was a dramatic reduction in my symptoms. So just having the correct antennas around you will reduce your feelings of this. So the next thing, the variables that I've got listed here. So with the Texans, this interference is detected on multiple bands and in multiple RF ranges. And it's all correlated to this. Just like I said about the meters, you will hear it at the exact same tone, tempo, etc. When you pick it up correctly. It's all correlated. You hear interference correlated. Interference detects that there's an incoming radio frequency. The Safe and Sound 2 meter shows this activity. So with that meter, you just turn it on. It's got high, medium, and low, but it detects it in each one of those three settings. And then you have the option to have it running and active without the sound running, or you can have the sound running. With the software-defined radio, the variables for that, you can dial into this activity in literally probably hundreds of different ways on a software-defined radio. It's present in hundreds of different ranges or frequencies. I shouldn't say ranges because it's kind of broken down into like 10 ranges for the most part, depending on who you talk to about it. But it's present in regular sonic ranges, infrasonic ranges. It's present in ultrasonic ranges. Now, like that's right outside of the regular human range and getting up there in ultrasonic ranges. Now, it's also present in megahertz ranges. It's also present in gigahertz ranges. Now, I'm not trying to fuck anybody around with this information. That's truly what I've detected. Excuse my French. It's been detected with a tiny SA spectrum analyzer. This activity spikes upon contact with the victim or a target. So that happens with me. That's happened with numerous different other brave people that have told me this, that have emailed me footage of this and shown me documents of this. Big shout out to a friend of mine. I didn't ask him if he wants me to share his name. you should know who you are. He's written a book on this topic. Cool ass guy. Sent me a video. Same exact things happening to him. Number 4, results. I'm going to be posting tables of this activity and it happening on each one of these pieces of equipment. So the tables on the are written in SNR in a lot of instances, which is signal to noise ratio, and that is a really, really good ratio for it to already be written in. We don't even need a conversion. That signal increases dramatically upon contact to a victim or a target. And that strength of signal on the software-defined radio is there, and I've written here 3 to 5 different ranges, but I just said like 100 ranges, and that's truly what I've seen. So the next thing, I will be showing those sample ranges in 3 to 5 instances of that. Or showing it now on screen, excuse me. Now I'm going to show the volume and the tone changes on the Texan radios.
It's a communication, constantly talking. There's no radio station associated with it.
Then repeat that method and show it with detour 4 electrons.
And on.
And I don't hear jack shit right now. So this is touching both of these leads. I'd like to insert an audio graph here to show the changes in volume upon contact. And just that raw audio so you can see the tones of things as well on it, the modulation spikes. Fifth is the analysis and the discussion with this. So we're interpreting the data now. We're looking at all the science. It's all pointing to one thing. It's always pointing to one thing. It's happening via radio frequency. Now, if we have nano antennas inside of us, which is highly likely, I'm not fighting that, this is still a theme, isn't it? Because there's still a two-way transmission to those things. If it's a bigger chip, still a two-way transmission. If there's no chip at all, still a two-way transmission. And that gets into our conclusion. But I do want to also list possible anomalies and the limitations here. So we're dealing with a evolved black budget special access project. Now, I'm not been read into this. I'm reverse engineering this as a victim. Have been a victim for over 10 years now. Now, to get everything to this point, this is not all independent. Now, this work right here is independent, but everybody as a community has helped us get to this point. And I encourage everybody to continue to have that mindset and philosophy on this. Our limitations are we're going against that, and that we are using consumer grade equipment, or in some instances, specialty equipment, you know, like these special spectrum analyzers. That's getting into specialty equipment. List of anomalies. I don't see any, really. You could say, well, that radio frequency range is whatever. But when you look at the entirety of the picture, I don't think it is just whatever, guys. I really think it is what I think it is. And that is EW being utilized on the public. Now, who's doing that? That's the next thing. It's not, is this happening? It's how exactly is it happening? And then who is doing it are the next two things here. And that's what we should shift our focus towards. How exactly is this occurring? And then who is doing it?